Good morning students, Grace College of Engineering. Lab code is 8383, Lab X. Name is Program to Object Oriented Programming Lab. So our lab exercise is 9th exercise. It is describing how to implement multi-threaded applications in Java. So threaded means one process or a sub-process. So multi-thread means Java supported for the multi-threaded simultaneously. Okay, at the same time we can do multi-thread process. Thread means a single sub-process. Here we will go to create a class even, and we have the run method, sleep method, start method. We'll see the program. So this is our program. Our Java application program should be written in Notepad or Wattpad. I have already written in Notepad and saved this program. So I will open this program. This program should be saved in the name of multi-thread program. Okay. So here in this program we are having lot of classes. Here class A. Next we are having the class even. So even though we have to save this program in the name of multi-thread program. Why? Because means our main method is present inside the multi-thread program class. So in which class our main method is present, that class should be our file name. So here our file name is multi-thread program. So I am opening our application program, multi-thread. We already written and saved. So multi-thread program. Here our application program is available. Okay, you have to save this program in the name of multi-thread program prog.java. The extension should be Java. So this is our program. Here we are importing java.util package and its classes. Asterisks represent all the classes present inside the java.util packages. We are importing that packages and classes to our application program. Class name is even. This is implements the runnable interface. Okay, runnable is the interface. So it is implementing multiple inheritance. So whenever we are using the interface means that is also known as multiple inheritance. From the multiple classes we will go to derive one class. So these are all the variables. X is the variable. Next public even is the constructor. Okay, because this is looking like a function but it have the same name of the class name. Both class name and method names are same. So this is known as constructor having one parameter x. This is the keyword. It's used to refer the current object. Our current object is variable is x. Okay, so this is the keyword refers to current object in the particular method or constructor. Okay, so mostly common use of this keyword is eliminating the confusion between class attributes and parameters with the same name. Maybe the class attributes or parameters having the same name means at that time we will maybe get the confusion. Okay, so which attributes is now we will access. So to clarify that particular confusion, we are using this keyword. Using this keyword means it will directly indicate this is our currently object variable, currently parameter, or this is our current attribute. Okay, by using this keyword we can identify this is our current attribute, current object attribute. So this is refers to our current object attributes. Maybe the parameters and arguments have the same name in different classes. So to avoid the confusion we are using this keyword. We are having one method, run method. Okay, run method, and this is the definition of the run method. New thread even square. So this is the run method definition or body of the run method. Again we are having class odd. This is implements runnable interface. So even class, next we are having odd class. Here also we are using this keyword to indicate the current object. Okay, see here also object is attribute is X. Here also attribute name is X. So the programmer or Java compiler may get confused which X we have to get. So to clarify that confusion, we are using this keyword. This keyword refers the current object's parameters. Okay, current object instance. This keyword may be used in the particular method or constructor. Okay, next here also we are using the run method. This is the definition of the run method. It will new thread. It will go to the odd. If it is an odd number means it will calculate the cube of this odd number. If the input is even means it will find the square of the particular even input. It will display the error. It will display the output. Okay. Okay. Next again we are having another one class A extends thread. Thread is the sub process. Okay. So run is the one of the process. Here we are having more run method. So multiple process at the same time. See run. Again we are having the run method. So multiple process at the same time. This is multi-thread. Okay. So Java supported for the multiple thread using the interface runnable. By using this interface runnable, Java supported for the multi-thread. So again run method we are having. Here this is the body of the run method. Okay. Try block we are having. For loop we are having. Next calculations. Thread. We are creating the object T1. Okay. For the thread class. Thread class T1 is the object. By using the new keyword, we are allocating the memory for the thread T1 object. So thread new even method is even. We are passing the parameter is num. Okay. And T1 dot start. By using the object, we are calling the method start. So start is the method. Again we are having the start method for the thread object T2. Again sleep. So sleep. Next start. And next run. These are all the methods. Present inside the thread class. Okay. So again thread dot sleep. By using the class thread, we are calling the method sleep. Thread dot sleep. It's 1000. So for the 1000 milliseconds, it will sleep. For some times. Okay. By using this method, we can sleep the process for the particular time. So catch block, public class multi-thread. Here our main class, public class multi-thread program. Here our main method is present. Without any object initialization, we will go to initiate the main functions by using this statement, by using the keyword static. Okay. So static void main. A is the class. We are creating the instance or objects. That name is A. Again new is the keyword used to allocate the memory for the object A. A is the constructor. Next by using the A object, we are calling the method start. Okay. So we will compile our application program. For compilation, we have to go to command prompt. In the search box, I am giving CMD. So command prompt applications will be open. Here we have to set path using the command set path is equal to. After set path, you should not leave the space. If you leave the space means it will show the error. Okay. Here you have to set the path of the Java software where it is located in this laptop. So our Java software installed in the C directory in the program files x86 folder. Here Java folder, here JDK folder, here bin. Till bin you have to select. And by pressing the Ctrl plus C button on the keyboard, I am copying this set path. And here by pressing the Ctrl plus V buttons on the keyboard, I am pasting this path. Again we have to move to our application program path. So in this PC, our application programs are present inside the C directory. Here the folder name is user, again Dell folder, again document folder. So in this folder we are having the program multi-thread program. So I have to go to this path. Again in the command prompt, the path is already present to Dell. So from Dell to documents we have to move. For that I am giving the command cd, command directory, space documents. So next for compiling The syntax is Java C space file name. File name is multi-thread program. Multi-thread prog dot Java. Extension should be given. Dot Java. It should be given. Next, for running process, Java space multi-thread program name. Okay, so main thread and generator number is 74. New thread 74 is even, so square of 74 is 5476. If it is odd number, means it will find the calculate cube of 83s, and the thread generator number is 48. So it is telling, or it is demonstrate our multi-thread process. Okay, so multi-thread process. These are all the single sub process. Thank you, students.